This is my Jaguar XK 5 litre V8 and it's got a bit of a problem. So it's brand new to me, but I haven't driven it yet. We had a big journey getting it here and onto my driveway, seeing as the engine doesn't start. So let me show you why it's not starting. So first of all, there's bits of the engine missing and it looks like something has been living in here. Look at the mud, and if you look in between the cracks there, you can see bits of foam. The same foam that used to live underneath the engine cover. So we've definitely had something living under the engine bay, which would make you think there's definitely going to be some electrical gremlins. However, so far, that doesn't seem to be the issue. So when I bought the car, the advert said it had an injector failure and that had caused a bent conrod. And I'm guessing that's a plausible scenario. However, when I first got the car, I did some digging of my own and I found this box here is the box that holds the fuses to the main parts of the car that need a lot of current. The one that goes to the starter motor, blown. And as you can see in here, somebody had been looking for that fuse but likely didn't find it. So if you take your car to a professional mechanic and they tell you, I tried to fix your car but it needs a new engine, before you go putting it on eBay with a no reserve auction, get a second opinion. Whilst I haven't verified it yet, it's becoming pretty clear that they hadn't removed any of the spark plugs on this side of the engine, and this one here appears to have an issue with the fuel injector. I won't go into the tale of the person I've purchased it from because there was quite a bit going on. I won it at auction. I'll tell you how much I paid for it and you might be surprised. He had already had it on his trailer. He was a dealer and I asked him nicely. He delivered it all the way here from Shrewsbury and he just left it on the lane. That was my first challenge. I don't have any way of getting a car with no engine up this steep driveway to here. So I purchased one of these and a couple of tow ropes, and that was when we had our first issue. It got as far as there, just about out of the road enough, and it got stuck. Couldn't move it. There was so much tension on the winch, which I'd winched from back there, that I was getting a bit worried something was going to snap. So we asked the neighbours to help us push it, and the entire neighbourhood could not push this car. It was stuck. It was stuck. Eventually got the winch released and it wouldn't roll forward either. That was when I realised under here is a little red tab there. You pull it and it takes the car out of park. So the car came to me out of park, but the person I bought it from had put that back like that, and whilst Lisa was in the car she must have leant on this and it put the car back in park. So yeah, that was the first challenge. Completely failed. Had to come back another day. Figured it out, got it back up here. Great. I'll show you the rest of the footage of what I did diagnosing this car, but let's just say we're on our way. We're on our way for it driving again, and really can't wait. So it's a 2014, 65,000 miles, one owner from new. It was registered in Wimbledon, London, so I assumed it was going to be a London car, which could have done a lot of short journeys, so 65,000 miles would be a lot. However, probably maybe not so good, as it actually came from London to Shropshire, where there's a lot of mud. So possibly one of the nicest parts of the country to grow fruit. See if I can get a camera under here for you guys. Can't really see it. It's covered in mud, so that's not so great for the underside of the engine, but it does mean it hasn't done a load of short journeys, therefore hopefully it'll be in nice condition. We don't know yet, we haven't driven it, but what you can see, Pirelli P0 tyres all around. Whoever owned this paid probably around £60,000 £1,000 for it and then kept it for 11 years. So I'm thinking, whenever it needed something, they spent money on it, and it's absolutely lovely. It is the last of the XKs because they stopped making them in 2014. They'd already started making the F-Type in 2013. So it's the older version, but it has the 5-litre V8 engine, which once it gets running is going to sound magnifico. You think about the time when these were around, the V8 was the only option. Wow, things have changed, eh? Because they came along with the F-Type after this, where they started off with a 3-litre and a 5-litre, but then they went down to a 2-litre. And yeah, I mean, things were better back in the old days, weren't they? 5-litre minimum. So I've been looking at the values of these cars. There's 4 variants of them. You get the XK, the XKR, XKRS, and then an XKRS GT. And you look at the values. This is the cheapest one. It's a Jaguar XK, called it a signature, although I've looked over, I can't find a signature, so false sale. So that was missold, if anything, maybe we could claim. So an XK currently is around £15,000 to £16,000. An XKR, about £25,000 to £26,000. An XKRS, £40,000 to £45,000. An RSGT, 200 and something, who knows, very rare. So yeah, huge difference between them, but still, what do you think? Is it going to be an appreciating asset someday? I mean, it looks pretty, I'm not going to say it's timeless. It looks good. Is it ugly? Some people might say it's a bit ugly or dated. A lot of the older Jags were, yeah, for sure. Maybe not an old, but yeah, it's definitely not as good looking as the F-Type. We can comfortably say that. But this one has a 5-litre V8, so every cloud.